This is the JayMac News Attack.
So, as you know, every day at 12:35, we do the News Attack. My 3 takeaways about a story going on in the news today. And today is a follow-up to the termination of James Comey. Just 3 things that have happened since that kind of stood out to me. As you know, he was terminated. Kind of a surprise to everybody.
FBI Director James Comey has been fired. We do not have a lot of detail of the wherewithal and the whys, why it happened.
That's the first thing that I heard about it. Well, 3 things have happened since then that we found out afterwards that I want to share with you and give you some insights on. So let's start with number 3.
Takeaway number 3.
So Sarah Huckabee Sanders yesterday was tasked with answering questions from the media about this termination. She made it clear that the FBI was in bad shape.
Director Comey had lost the confidence of the rake and file within the FBI. He'd certainly, I think, lost the confidence from members of both sides, Republicans and Democrats in the House and the Senate. And frankly, most importantly, Tucker, he lost the confidence of the American people.
So apparently James Comey had no confidence from anybody. The only one she didn't mention are his wife and kids. I wonder if they still had confidence in James Comey. I mean, the American people, everybody. Well, today in a Senate hearing, the acting FBI director was asked whether or not that was accurate.
No, sir, that is not accurate.
Well, that's pretty clear.
I worked very, very closely with Director Comey. From the moment he started at the FBI, I was his executive assistant director of national security at that time. I then worked for him running the Washington field office. And of course, I've served as deputy for the last year. I can tell you that I hold Director Comey in the absolute highest regard. I have the highest respect for his considerable abilities and his integrity. And it has been the greatest privilege and honor of my professional life to work with him.
Wow. The greatest privilege and honor of my professional life. Not backing down at all and refuting that what the White House has said, that the FBI had lost faith in this man. They're saying it was just the opposite.
Number 2.
My second takeaway about things we've learned since the termination of James Comey, he wrote a letter afterwards to friends and individuals in the FBI, and I think the contents of this letter once again inform us about who James Comey is and how he feels about what he's been doing and his role.
The first words from former FBI Director James Comey after he was abruptly fired came in a letter to his staff and friends. Comey writing, "I'm not going to spend time on the decision or the way it was executed. I hope you won't either. It is done." He goes on to say, in times of turbulence, the American people should see the FBI as a rock of competence, honesty, and independence.
Yeah, and he also said he's long believed that the president can fire an FBI director for any reason or for no reason at all. So in his termination that was sudden, where he was not informed personally, he had to find out via television. James Comey choosing not to climb into that and chooses to focus on the organization that he loves and loved serving for.
And JayMac News Attack. Takeaway number 1.
So this is the story that stands out to me the absolute most. Whether or not on, Tuesday night, when everyone found out that James Comey had been terminated, there is now a debate going on as to whether or not White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer was hiding in the bushes or was he just among the bushes. It was, and I don't mean the former President Bush. I'm talking about the shrubbery around the White House. It was originally described that he was hiding. Now, I have long told you that I would never want to be the staff of President Trump and have to justify so many of these things. Was he in the bushes? Was he among the bushes?
It was very dark, and he was back in this this kind of bushy area with all of these leafy bushes and trees, and was huddling with his staff back there.
Oh, okay.
Was he in the bushes? Was he among the bushes? Was he hiding? Apparently he came out from the bushes, demanded the lights be turned off, and that nobody could record, and then he took questions for about 10 minutes. Now, this is a new tactic, new than I've ever seen for a White House press briefing. And so now the question is, was he among or was he hiding in? If it was me, I would have been hiding in. And then I guess this question, is a spicer in the hand better than two in the bush?